Hey everybody, welcome back to Pitch Pass Podcast, Week 5. It's me, Brando, and your boy.
What up? It's Brett.
Hey, thank you for everyone for coming back here for our Week 5 recap and our Week
Real.
6 picks.
Real and true.
We also just got done shooting our quarterly award show
And a
where we
little bit
think
of a roast at the end. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Some team roast at the end. Definitely check that out. It's more of an entertainment than an analysis breakdown.
at the end, it's not. It's more where we think things are going to end up by the end
Yeah.
of the season.
And just kind of roasting some of the teams that are shit.
Uh, so speaking about teams that are shit, let's start with
Yeah. Thursday night football.
what is
Woo!
what is our bad of the week?
Our bad
What
of the
is,
week was the Lions, but yeah.
but may as well, right,
Well, we
the
had
Lions.
two. We
This
had
is
two.
this
This
game
was
was
yeah.
so 12-9. Not a whole lot of offense play in this game.
Yeah, there was some guy who put like $10,000 on a touchdown not being scored in this game, and he made so much money. Yeah,
Which is so fucking funny
I
to
would like
me.
to point out I picked the Colts. Let's go.
I know. Russell Wilson fucked him too.
Yeah,
Because on that fourth down play, Nathaniel Hackett drew up a perfect play for Russ.
yeah.
KJ Hamler wide open.
Russ is
A
cooked.
slant on the goal line.
Russ is cooked. There's nothing else to say.
It's like you're seeing Ghost and Malcolm Butler out there. You're not
Richard
gonna get picked, buddy. Just fucking throw it.
Richard Sherman had PTSD. Yeah,
Dude, he really did. I saw Richard Sherman was screaming in the booth after this game.
yeah. It
Um,
was
Both quarterbacks threw 2 interceptions.
yeah. It was really bad. I believe let me think. What was the stat? It was about Russell Wilson's QBR in this game. It was like 20 or something, which was still higher than Baker Mayfield's on the season, I think was the point I was trying to make.
So his passer rating was a 54.9.
Oh, well, yeah, that's still so much higher than
Still
Baker. Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Um, the only guy who I thought honestly had a good game was offensively was Alec Pierce for the Colts.
Yeah, I
9
agree.
targets,
I agree
just
with you.
81 yards.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pittman had an okay game, but it wasn't like up to his standards.
he led everyone in receiving yards in this
Mhm.
game as a rookie, and he was being used more than just a deep threat,
Yeah.
which is what we all thought he would be coming out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He's being used in a variety of ways, variety of formations. He's being used in the slot, catching passes over the middle. So it's good to see that evolution in this offense.
Yeah.
The
Bas-
defense.
So the thing I have to say, the Colts have not figured out how to play football before the fourth quarter in a majority of games this year.
Yeah, at least their defense showed up the entire game this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's not saying much.
Forrest Buckner had a great game. 2
Yeah.
sacks,
Yeah, both.
had a forced fumble.
What Matt Ryan got sacked 4 or 5 times total this game, something like that, and Russ got sacked a few times as well. But this was just a pathetic game. This was two
It was
teams
5.
that don't know how to play offense. It was 5.
Yeah, it was 5
Yeah.
times for Russ.
They.
5 times on Matt Ryan, and then Russ was sacked
Oh God.
4 times.
Yeah.
So 9 total sacks in this game.
I.
Only people scoring were the kickers.
Yeah.
Brandon McManus, 3 of 4.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's so funny because if he didn't miss that one field goal, this game would have won no OT.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
so many points in this game you can point at, like, that's when the Broncos could have won this game. I feel
Yeah.
like that's happened with them a lot this year.
I mean, they
I
could
can't
have.
blame their defense at all this
Nope.
season. The
Absolutely not.
defense has done everything they possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their offense is just absolutely letting them down. Russell
And
Wilson's letting
Javante is out for the season, so that's fucked. And then was it Naeem Hines injured on the first play for the Colts? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been a shit show for both teams. The Colts are better off, arguably, because they have a tie, but Uh,
So right now, the two quarterbacks that lead in pressures turn into sacks
mhm.
is Justin Fields
Yep.
at 29%, and then right below him at 28 point, I want to say 7%
Mhm.
is Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Pressures converted to sacks is not good. Matt Ryan is having one of his worst seasons as a pro as his first
He
year in Indy.
definitely is. And there's a lot of like adjusting. Obviously, when you've been with a team or with a system for so long, obviously there is a transitionary period. But like it's kind of weird because you see like he has no sense of urgency until the fourth quarter, like against the Chiefs, when they start figuring things out and they kind of start that like precision, like boom, 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 boom. It's like rhythmic when they finally get it going, but it just takes them so long. I don't know. Both of these quarterbacks are cooked, in my opinion. I think Matt Ryan's slightly better off, despite that stat, than Russ is, but Russ has always had bad tendencies his whole career.
I'd say even even when he's kept clean, he's still fucking committing turnover worthy plays.
Russ or Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan,
Yeah.
like
Well, both
even
of them. Yeah.
I mean, he's still leading the NFL for like players that qualify with like a 10.1%.
Yeah. Yeah.
For when the pocket's clean.
Yeah. And I'd still take
He
Matt
can't
Ryan
even play
over
with
Russ
pressure.
if you tell. I mean, if that tells you anything, I'd still take Matt Ryan over Russ.
Yeah.
This is just not a fun game. I mean, if you like watching defense or low-scoring games, if you like watching complete fucking train wrecks, then this is probably a game you enjoyed. But other than that, probably not.
Yeah, I enjoy defensive games and train wrecks. I loved watching the Broncos defensive line and the Colts defensive line put in
Yeah.
work.
Same.
Um, Browning, Baron Browning
Hmm.
for the Broncos. I love that they moved him to the edge,
Yeah.
middle linebacker, because he is so fast along the edge. It's so fun watching him play. And of course, Bradley Chubb is the best player on that defense. Great edge player. Um, yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. This game was a good defensive game, and both offenses are train wrecks.
Yeah.
Okay, to across the pond, to a great disappointment. Might
Yeah.
cost more money on Sunday.
Yeah. This cost me all all of my bets.
What did it cost you?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, there was
uh,
one more. I placed a couple more bets after this one because this one hurt me so badly. I was like, oh, the other teams can't fuck up this badly. Little did I
but
know.
they did.
Yeah, little did
Yeah,
I know.
no.
Packers opened 17-0. That was, I guess, a theme for this weekend. And then the Giants just kind of clapped back. The Packers didn't utilize the run game efficiently. Rodgers was forcing throws that either weren't working or just weren't moving the chains enough for them. You can't expect Aaron Rodgers to do everything. You can't lose that big of a lead.
It's just we gave up, like you said, we abandoned the run game in the second half,
Yeah.
and that was the biggest thing for us. Our two best skill position players on offense are Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
No question.
we shouldn't we should be like relying on the run game when we're up double digits in the second half.
Yes, definitely.
Like we can still move the ball, we can still score, but
The
we
the
can't
thing
get in points when we're in obvious passing situations.
Yes. The thing I have to credit is the Giants' play calling and their ability to stay calm and collected. Because I believe
Mhm.
Daniel Jones got injured on the first series, and then Saquon got injured not too long after. Both of them obviously came back. Daniel Jones had not a bad day. Saquon
No,
had a
he
good
didn't.
day. So I mean, yeah, this is just kind of one of
I
those
love
weird outlier games. I wouldn't expect this to become a pattern. The Packers have
no.
obvious problems, but it's not something that they can't work
It's
through.
not,
They just have a lot of rookies.
yeah, it's nothing that's not fixable
Aaron
on both
Rodgers needs to
offense
stop
and
calling
defense.
his own plays.
Well, here's the thing. On that play that was called, if he didn't try like just throwing the hot route to Lazard that he
Hmm.
called for himself,
Yeah.
fucking Dobbs was open
Yep.
on the slant route on the other side. before called up the play and it was open on 4th down. If Aaron Rodgers would have went with the read, it was open.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about it. That was the word. Like, we could have taken the overtime at that point. Positives for the Giants. I love the way Kayvon Thibodeau played in that game.
Yes. He's developing nicely.
He is. He's a fantastic run defender, and he also is. I think he's still a pretty good pass rusher too. Like he caused one of the pressures that caused Aaron Rodgers to step up and get sacked. And I love the way that they use Saquon Barkley in this game.
Same.
Using him as a wildcat quarterback is absolutely genius.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was heartbreaking to watch this game, but also very fun to watch this game.
We both love Saquon. We both love Saquon, so I mean,
so it wasn't awful.
Yeah.
It wasn't awful to see. So,
speaking of awful to see, ding, 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 you know what time it is. Lions Patriots, oh my God. All right, we'll start with a good thing here. Ramondre Stevenson, breakout game. Bailey Zappi, you know what? I've been saying it all year. At some point, he's going to start over Mac Jones. Okay? And it may be due to injury. I don't care. It happened. I was right.
Okay. Sure. But Bailey Zappi's still so mid. He's
That's
so
fine.
not good.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. That's fine.
It's fine.
As long as I was right, I don't care.
All right. So the Lions just got torn apart. Like their offense was just outplayed.
Yeah.
By the Patriots defense all game.
Matt Patricia.
Well, Matt Patricia's the OC.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm saying he knew that. He knew the Lions offense, all of the, I don't know. He got his revenge.
He wouldn't know their offense because Dan Campbell is completely different scheme than what he had beforehand.
He got his revenge game. Okay, that's all that matters.
He had his revenge game. So
I do think MCDC's done a really good job. Obviously, not having DeAndre Swift really hurt him. Amon-Ra St. Brown still has the ankle injury lingering. That definitely affected his production and performance. Bill Belichick
had a great game defensively.
Yes.
Scoop and score, 4 tackles.
Bill Belichick owns Jared Goff. Period.
Bill Belichick just has great defensive game plans.
Yes.
One of his defensive game plans when he was a defensive coordinator for the Giants, they went up against the Buffalo Bills and beat them. That defensive game plan is in Canton, Ohio. It is not a joke. It is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Bill Belichick has a very he's still the greatest coach of all time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No question.
And even if you want to make a debate for anyone else, sure. I think it's hard to debate anyone else as a defensive coach.
Exactly.
Not a whole lot of defense played by the Steelers against the Bills this week.
Yeah.
Josh Allen came so close to what I thought he was going to maybe hit the record.
Yeah, same. I did too. Especially with the pace.
He had over 300 yards.
4 tuds and, like 380 yards or something like that.
They lit off the gas.
Yeah.
I wanted Josh Allen to have that record so badly. So 424 yards for Allen, 4 TDs, 1 interception, 38-3 Bills. Gabriel Davis went off for 3 catches, 171 yards, 2 TDs, one on a 98-yard catch. The other one on a 68-yard catch.
Josh Allen was slinging it.
Breakout game possibly by Khalil Shakur, wide receiver out of Boise State, 3 catches, 75 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna amount to consistency, but it was it was a really good game.
He could be either wide receiver 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
but not a 2 or 1. When you have guys coming back,
there's not gonna be many games where there's where your quarterback's gonna be throwing for 400 yards, even with Josh.
Yes,
it's just a great.
I agree.
Great game he had. Okay.
Dolphins,
less
Jets.
Scoring. Texans, Jags.
All right, yeah, we can definitely go there. Yeah, that's kind of our we don't really know game of the week.
2 picks by Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, it just wasn't great.
Dude, James Robinson, 10 carries for only 27 yards. Travis Etienne, 10 carries, 71 yards.
Yeah,
Etienne starting outperforming, maybe?
the Jacksonville backfield, that's a true committee. Um,
It's a true 1-2 committee.
yeah, it's kind of
Why
you're never sure who's going to get goal line work. You're never really sure exactly how it's going to work out. That's why I didn't
I
draft
do
either
know
of the
Travis
guys.
Etienne's the receiving back.
Yes,
I do
that's
know
fair.
that.
That's fair. Um, I don't know. The Jacksonville problem right now, they're like really big problem. They don't have any real depth to their receiving core. I mean, they do, but they don't have like a true number two. They have a
Yeah, they have.
relative number one who's been putting up wide receiver one numbers, but like, is it a
Christian Kirk,
justifiable? Yeah,
who was kind of had a very quiet game in
yeah,
this one. He had
exactly.
one catch on 3 targets.
Yeah,
It was mostly the Marvin Jones show, which Marvin Jones had 100 yards, I guess. But
yeah, but nothing to show from it largely.
yeah, it seemed like the Jaguars in this game were having problems sustaining drives and converting the red zone.
Yeah,
The Texans, Dameon Pierce is a fucking stud,
yeah, absolutely.
and he dragged them to a win here with a touchdown and 99 yards and 26 carries.
Yeah,
He is legitimately just dragging this team forward, and
you
I
could
love him.
definitely say that. I definitely agree with that.
All right, so you want to go to Jets Dolphins next?
Yeah, sure, why not? This was my upset of the week. I really liked this game. Jets had a bit of a slower start, but once they got rolling, they fucking rolled and smoked. Obviously, it helps you're going against a third string quarterback. Teddy B got injured in this game, right? I think in the first quarter. Um,
Yeah, like his first drop back.
this was for me. This was like Brees Hill's kind of breakout game. I know Michael Carter got the goal line work and kind of made it happen, but I feel like this is the game where we really saw Brees
Oh,
Hall have some of those big receptions where he kind of made things work. He had the two receptions for 100 yards, which is nuts.
I
Uh,
wish he just had 3 more rushing yards, so he could have had 200 yards from scrimmage.
yeah, that would have been fucking awesome.
One-
Um,
197 is fucking awesome, but 200 just looks more aesthetically pleasing.
oh
It's
yeah,
essentially the same thing, but it's just more aesthetically pleasing.
Obviously for fantasy owners, it's kind of frustrating. Having the more productive back not be the goal line back. I'm sure it'll
Hmm.
kind of work itself
Hey,
out.
Michael Carter is great on the goal line.
Oh, I completely agree, no question. But for
I mean,
fantasy owners, you know.
fantasy owners are pissed, and I love it.
In terms of the Dolphins,
Mad.
I wouldn't be too concerned. Tyreek had a decent game,
Seven
I
targets, seven.
guess. 7 receptions, not 7 targets.
Yeah, he had 7 targets.
Oh, really?
Tyreek
He
Hill
was
had
7 for
seven
7?
targets and 7 receptions.
Okay.
He caught
Wow.
all of his targets.
Yeah, I mean, it was a quieter game for him. Jalen Waddle is the one that I'm a little bit more worried about. A little less consistent.
I mean, let's be real. After Teddy B went down, they were not throwing the ball down the field anymore.
No,
They were
not at
trying to
all.
go full yak, and the
Yeah.
Jets' defense is too good at tackling.
Yes.
That's why you're
Definitely.
seeing a bunch of catches with no real yards with it.
Yeah.
The A dot for these passes were not great.
No, I would take a wild guess and say less than 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they're essentially throwing screens.
Yeah. Um,
You have Skyler Thompson back there at quarterback.
I didn't expect it to be this much of a blowout. I didn't expect it to be a super high scoring game either way. I'm really glad the Jets are kind of finding their groove. Like I said, I think I'm starting to become a Jets fan. I'm a big fan of what they're building, what they're doing. I like it. I like how they're scheming offensively and defensively. I like the utility of some of the players. This is my upset. I'm glad I got it right. Not really much to say. I'm happy with how the Jets are playing.
Me too. I think I would want to see the Jets play against a good team that has their quarterback.
Yeah, understandably so.
And we'll see that this week. Continuing on, Chargers Browns. This was a back and forth game where the lead kept changing
Yeah. Well, I mean,
constantly.
let's be real. It was the Austin Eckler and Nick Chubb show.
Yeah, both of them had great games. Like Justin Herbert and Jacoby Brissett had about the same game, but for about 228, 230. But from that,
Fun fact: Jacoby Brissett threw for more yards. It's only two more, but
by
still,
two,
yeah.
by 2 yards.
That's funny, but
It is funny.
this was a fun game to watch, especially if you love watching run games. Austin Eckler's finally finding his groove. Obviously, the Chargers have had some unfortunate injuries over the course of the year, so it's kind of taken them some time to readjust and kind of establish what kind of game they want to play, especially while they're down some of the key players like Keenan Allen and just kind of figuring out where they're going to be. Obviously, having their Bosa out is painful for them.
Yeah, I think the biggest loss for him is not having Slater at left tackle anymore.
Yeah.
Being gone with a torn ACL, and now they have a rookie starting at left tackle out of Georgia.
It does help though, because Eckler is able to kind of overcome that, and with a lot of running backs that don't have as great of hands or don't have as great of receiving capabilities.
Well, Eckler's also a decent blocker too, so he's a good 3-down running back.
Yeah.
It helps. It also helps that Justin Herbert has the best rating in the NFL when it comes percentage of pressures converted to sacks.
Yes.
His pressures only get converted to sacks 6.6% of the time.
That's crazy.
That's 4% better than the next best guy.
Yeah.
So he's even when he's getting pressured, he's not getting sacked. He's not taking negative plays.
Yeah, and that's huge.
Yeah, it is. It definitely helps the floor of this offense.
Yes. Absolutely.
Came down to a kicker that was a guy they signed off the street, and they ended up winning it. The Chargers. Yeah, right now I think the Chargers are just trying to hang around until they can be healthy and try to make a playoffs run.
If they can be healthy, which I honestly hope they can. You never want to see anybody get injured, but if you want to take it as an impersonal step, like as a sports fan, you want to watch good matchups most of the time. It's nice watching your team blow somebody out once in a while, but if there's no competition, it's just not fun. So
yeah. So next game, which was surprisingly close, Vikings-Bears. The Bears were actually leading at points in this game.
Yeah, Justin Fields showed some signs of life.
Yeah, he showed a couple of signs of life. The passing game, he had 208 yards.
Yeah.
Oh God, so sad. And a touchdown. We saw Darnell Mooney have a really nice catch down the sideline late in the first quarter.
Yeah.
First half. Their lone touchdown came from Velus Jones Jr. in the receiving end.
Yeah.
Also, having David Montgomery back is huge for this Bears offense.
It's huge for David Montgomery fantasy owners.
Yeah, it definitely is. But what he adds to the passing game alone from the running game is big for them.
Huge.
He's like a poor man's Saquon Barkley.
Oh God.
Very poor.
Very yeah. That's like dollars. That's like 50-cent store. Yeah. I want to give credit to Justin Jefferson for everything he did.
12 touches, 154 yards,
and a successful pass attempt. Yeah.
Yep. For 32 yards.
23.
Kirk was having a really nice beginning in this game.
Yeah.
Do we all remember how Kirk completed his first 20-something passes?
Yeah, Justin Jefferson was on pace for 38 receptions or something like that.
And then Kirk just starts fucking up.
Yeah.
Misses half his last couple passes.
It's
half
fine.
of them.
It's all good. They won. That's fine.
Barely.
But you know what? That's fine. We knew the Bears weren't making the Super Bowl anyway. It's fine. Or the Bears. Okay. We knew the Bears weren't making the Super Bowl.
On to the next one, Saints, Seahawks. This one I thought the Seahawks were going to win.
I think I chose the Saints still. I'm pretty sure
you did take the Saints. Yeah. Taysom Hill was the reason they won this game.
Yes.
He had a touchdown throwing the ball and also rushing the ball. He had 3 touchdowns, including a long of 60 yards.
Yeah.
112 yards rushing.
Chris Olave scored a touchdown. If you started him, good for you. You probably won.
Yeah, if you started Taysom Hill at tight end, you probably won because it was an absolute cheat code.
Adam Troutman also scored a touchdown. Shout out.
Adam Troutman.
First time I've ever heard that name, but Good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all the Saints tight ends, especially near the last couple of years of Drew Brees, everyone was just hoping one would be Jimmy Graham.
No. No. No shot.
Alvin Kamara had a good game catching the ball.
Yeah.
91 yards. And rushing the ball. He had 103 yards.
103.
That's really how the Saints won this game, is by running the ball a lot.
Yes. Absolutely.
And if Walker having 88 yards on 8 carries is great.
And yeah, Taysom Hill led the Saints with
He
rushing
led everyone
for
rushing.
112. Yeah. I was very fortunate. I got Kenneth Walker in all of my fantasy leagues, so let's go on that. Tyler Lockett had a really nice game. That's also something to credit. He seems to be developing a little bit more rapport with Geno, which is definitely a good thing, because Tyler Lockett's one of those guys who it's like, in fantasy, it can really seem like he's boom or bust, but he's really a good, consistent target with good, consistent hands.
Tyler Lockett, he's a great combination of he has speed and he's great at tracking the ball down the field.
Yes, absolutely.
The ball's in the air and tracking where it's going and where he needs to go to make the reception.
Yes.
He is one of the best at doing it. He is one of the reasons why Russell Wilson was one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL for a couple of seasons.
Yes, absolutely.
DK had a pretty nice game as well.
DK had
88 yards and a touchdown.
Yep.
I think honestly both of these offenses played really well.
Yeah.
The bright spot on the defense for the Seahawks, which is ultimately what also lost them this game. Tariq Woolen
Yeah, I love
had an
Tariq.
interception, and he tried running down Taysom Hill on the touchdown. He came close.
Yeah.
If he would have actually tried tackling him instead of trying to strip him, he could have gotten down.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're the last guy and you're the only guy,
Ball out, man.
not giving up a touchdown is better than giving up a touchdown going for stripping the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Falcons Bucks. The Falcons
covered
got
again.
fucked out of opportunity to possibly win the game.
Yeah, they definitely should have.
But Grady Jarrett had a sack on Tom Brady on 3rd down that they called roughing the passer. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
But hey, to each their own.
So Olamide Zaccheaus scored a touchdown for the Falcons, and Avery Williams. Yeah, the Falcons are not good, but they're like scrappy and interesting in that I believe they're 5-5 in covering the spread, correct?
They're 5-0 against
that's
the spread.
right, 5-5. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're close. They're hanging in games where they shouldn't. I think it's so glaring what the weak spot is on this team.
Quarterback.
Yeah, Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
Marcus.
Start giving Desmond Ridder reps if you're ever planning on using him as more than a backup.
I think this is I think if the 49ers game if they have a deficit going in the half,
yeah,
I think we're going to see Desmond Ridder at halftime.
I mean, I think they should just start him, period.
Do you really want to start him against that defensive line? Even without Bosa, that's a really good defensive line.
I agree with that, but that's what I'm saying. So this is another thing that we talked about. The Falcons' offensive line has actually been holding up a lot better than people thought they would, a lot better than we thought they would, because they're one of the units that's actually had time to mesh together and like work together.
They've had snaps together.
Yeah. So, I mean, taking Bosa out of the equation definitely turns things in your favor. If you want to win games, you need to start Ridder. You can't keep starting Mariota. It's not going to work. Tom Brady threw for 351 yards in this game, and Marcus Mariota threw for 147. I understand the Bucs defense is good, right? But like, dude, you can't. Your run game did not do a lot. You need to be able to throw and be productive. You need a chance to stay alive in some of these games. Like, covering the spread.
Marcus doesn't even add much in the running game.
No, that's what I mean. There was no running game for the Falcons.
Like,
they're like 140 yards rushing total. something along those lines.
Ah,
Yeah, both of us are frustrated. We want to see Desmond Ritter start. It's impressive that they're 5 of 5 in covering the spread,
I
but
know. Their defense is better than people thought they were going to be going
yes,
into the year.
yes, I completely agree with that.
Also, a little bit of underrated news between the Falcons and Browns this year. They traded Deion Jones over to the Browns for a 6th-round pick.
Oh,
6th or 7th? Let me look up that real quick. But yeah, Deion Jones, he was a part of that Super Bowl team with the Falcons.
mm-hmm.
And he's going to try to bring back his career in Cleveland.
Well, best of luck to you in doing that.
Best of luck to you. Random inside linebacker who went to LSU.
Let me pull this up real quick. So, AJ Terrell, we all know I love AJ Terrell. He's been playing really well this year. I still think he played pretty well this week. Pulling up the stats. He had 2 combined tackles and 1 assist.
Here's the thing about the Falcons. The Falcons are a team that has a bunch of really good individual performances.
Yeah. But
the whole is not as great as the sum of its parts.
No,
is
not at
always
all.
the issue.
Yeah, it's like so imagine a bucket, right? But you cut a hole in the bottom.
Oh my god.
Right? You can fill the bucket up as full as you want with members that might be productive, but as long as there's a hole in the bucket, it's still going to drain. That's the best example I have for what the Falcons are doing. You may cover the spread, but at the end of the day, it's not going to get you anywhere.
All right. Titans Commanders. Speaking of not getting anywhere.
Yeah, God.
Titans held on in a close game. Of course, Carson Wentz made a mistake, but put up so many fucking yards.
Yeah, I think he threw for 359
yards. Yeah. 2 touchdowns.
Shout out to Brian Robinson.
Yeah, coming back after being shot.
Yeah.
Then averaging less than 3 yards a carry.
Hey, man, he got shot like 6 weeks ago.
Hey, man, he got shot. What's Derrick Henry's excuse?
Age.
None, because he had 100 yards rushing.
And 2 duds.
Yeah. And
Derrick Henry had a good day.
Derrick Henry's also been a weird part of their passing game.
He has, and that's one of the things I wanted to mention about this. His role is shifting a little bit. There, as weird as it sounds, they're still giving Derrick Henry a lot of work in the run game, but they're integrating him into the passing game in a way that it's like he's already so hard to stop when he's running. But when you give him that just little bit of an edge, whether it be a pitch pass or whether you integrate him in screens or some other way, he's just hard to bring down in general.
It's really funny that they're waiting this long because I remember when he was first coming out of college, there was like this rumbling because of his size.
Yeah.
About maybe moving him to tight end.
Tight end. Yeah, I remember that too.
Because he had hands. And well, I'm just shocked they never tried using him as a receiver too much before this. Well, it gives you an advantage. It does give you a matchup. It really does,
yeah.
Like, it's especially, I would have rather taken advantage of that when, he wasn't on his last couple of years. Let's be real, Derrick Henry is probably on his last 2 seasons of being a legitimate starter.
I agree. Yeah, I think 2 years is optimistic.
He's been a workhorse running back ever since high school.
Yeah, those knees are going to give out sometime, and it's probably going to be soon.
Yeah. Also, how many fucking wide receivers do the Commanders have? Enemy Brown went off.
I think
Jahan 105 yards and 2 TDs.
Yeah, he took that personally when Amon-Ra talked shit about him.
Yeah, I know. Dotson didn't play in this game, but still.
I believe he's out for this week as well.
Numbers. Yes, he's going to be out this week too. Yeah. He's going to be out at least 2 weeks. Underrated player that needs to be talked about a lot more. Jeffrey Simmons had a sack and a half in this game. Absolutely fantastic defensive tackle for the Titans. Mississippi State, same school as your boy Chris Jones.
Nice.
only response to that. Nice. All right, 49ers,
Yeah, well,
Panthers.
I'm
This
gonna be
game,
honest with you. I watched like I had 3 screens going, and this was the small one, the
that's fine.
Titans Commanders one, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was gonna be that good of a
Just-
game.
It honestly was, though.
Yeah,
That's the weird thing. It was actually a competitive
it
good
turned
game.
into a competitive close game. Yeah. Well, I didn't think it was gonna be not competitive or not close. I just didn't think it was gonna be a good game.
Worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Man, you gotta love a game where Jimmy Garoppolo is the best quarterback playing in it.
yeah. So
He outplayed Baker,
yeah.
outdueled Baker, had a better yards per attempt,
Uh,
had 253 yards, 215, had
Tevin
2 TDs,
Tevin
no
Coleman had a
picks.
nice. He had 2 nice touchdowns, but the one was really
I think,
nice.
okay, they signed Tevin Coleman to their practice squad off the street,
Mhm.
elevated him for this game, and cut their third string quarterback today in real time and signed him to the full roster.
I don't blame him.
Weird game for Tevin Coleman having 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
Yeah. The
Okay,
49ers offense is confusing.
I love it. I love their offense because it's just all about just getting guys the ball in space.
Yeah. Well,
Let guys
you
work
want
in
to talk
space.
about getting guys the ball. Christian McCaffrey had 7 receptions, 50 yards. He also rushed for 54 yards, averaging 3.9 yards a carry and got a touchdown. Good week for
Which,
Christian McCaffrey fantasy owners, but
yeah, but not great if you're looking at his actual efficiency.
no. But the good
IRL,
news,
that is not great.
the good news coming out is that Christian McCaffrey is like an asset going to be traded. Um,
Yeah, okay. I think that's kind of presumptuous. Saying that's making it sound like they're actively shopping.
they might be, dude. I mean, they just
They
fired their head
might be,
coach, and good for
but
them.
they're
Matt Rule, fuck Matt Rule.
okay. Are you really gonna start trading away assets before you even know who your head coach is gonna be?
I honestly, maybe. You never know. Okay, let's think about it this way. Think about it this way.
This is
You're one and
very.
four.
This is overreacting.
It might be, but at the same time,
It
it's one
might
and four.
be.
You have 4 quarterbacks, and you hate every single one of them. The quarterback that you have with the
This
highest
is a
upside
great
is
quarterback
Sam
class.
fucking Darnold. This is a great exactly my point. So what I'm saying is, if you trade away C-Mac to like the highest bid, I mean, even if you're shopping for bids right now, if you can
I
trade
mean,
him to a
okay.
team who's contending for a second,
Really, it honestly just depends what teams are gonna offer.
exactly,
Christian McCaffrey.
exactly.
Since Christian McCaffrey is, he does have a pretty hefty price tag. His
Well,
cap hit
he's
is
got
pretty
an
hefty.
insanely high upside. The problem is that floor
Yeah,
is
but he's
an
also
injury
hurt.
by paper cut. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's expensive, and he could possibly be hurt, and he
Yeah.
plays a position where there's not a whole lot of value.
Yeah.
Those are the issues there.
There's a lot.
So
Yeah.
you're running in. So you need a team that one has the draft capital to burn,
Yes.
need at running back, Super Bowl contention.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. I mean,
So
it's
Philly, right?
I honestly,
Philly,
is it
right?
so crazy? That was
Philadelphia would be
Philadelphia
fun.
was my predicted. That was my yeah. Philly was my
I
number
didn't know
one.
that was.
Buffalo
I
my
didn't know
number
that was your
2.
predicted for it because that's probably the place where he would make the most sense if he's
Yes.
traded.
Yeah, that's I was saying. I mean, Miles Sanders and the other guys that they have, Boston
They're-
Scott, like they're fine, but they're not.
they- yeah, Kenneth Gainwell is okay.
Yeah,
Like they need a legitimate like.
running back
They also
one.
need a receiving back.
Yes.
Um,
This again. I will say it again for
McCaffrey
you
can
people.
also take goal line touches off
Yes,
Hurts.
yes. If you haven't heard me say this enough times, this
He
is the
doesn't get
Eagles'
hurt.
year to win the NFC.
Jalen doesn't get hurt.
Okay, all right. What he has like six
Ah.
1-yard rushes for touchdowns this year, something like that. Yeah. It's okay, maybe not all 6 of them are 1 yard, but like it's
A
they're
bunch of them are goal line.
yeah, and it's like why don't you just use your fucking running back at that point? I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. I guess it's fine.
Um,
Panthers
This
just
game,
disassemble.
this game also just reminded me that Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the NFL,
Yeah.
undoubtedly.
The
Like,
Niners defense as a whole is just the best in the NFL.
It is the best NFL, the best in the NFL today.
Yes.
And I don't think it's.
It's not close.
No, it's really not.
There are other good defenses. The Eagles are good. Jacksonville's usually decent. Cowboys are good, but
ooh, you hated saying that.
no,
felt
honestly,
that.
I mean, I
You
did.
hated it. It's so true because you love being a hater as well.
Yeah, I mean, I do love being a hater, but I have to. I mean, dude, earlier I said Eli Apple's playing well. You know, I'm going to be objective as I can. I know I'm not always, especially when it comes to Chiefs games and being salty ass hurt, but the Cowboys defense has been playing really well. We'll get to them in a minute because it does pain me to say that they played so well over my Rams. But
Yeah.
but 49ers over Panthers, I mean, the only unexpected result was that the Panthers managed to produce any offense to me. And it's only because Bosa hurt. Really.
Mhm.
That's it. And the 49ers have Jimmy G as quarterback.
And Mosley.
Oh, yeah, true.
And Mosley's actually done for the year.
One play wonder. Yeah.
Bosa will return.
Yeah.
Mosley's done for the year, sadly, which just sucks.
Yeah. One play wonder.
But at least they still have Ward on the other side,
True.
so that'll be good.
Yeah.
Your guys' boy that they signed during the offseason. But anywho, on to Eagles-Cardinals. Cardinals made it closer than it should have been.
Yeah, definitely. The
They're
Eagles hate being 5-0.
Yeah, they're angry. They scored 20. Well, this game, I don't understand the Eagles being angry. They only scored 20 points.
Yeah.
And there was times where the Cardinals looked like they were going to win this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Tyler, if Cliff Kingsbury was just a little bit of a better play caller on that last drive, they could have won.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I feel like sometimes Tyler is just in a position where the play calling just sucks.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
And he knows there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah.
Just grit his teeth.
And make those Madden-ass run-around plays.
Yeah, and just try to do something.
Yeah.
Or just hope eventually that Cliff gets fired or figures it out.
Yeah.
I think he's rooting for Cliff to figure it out or get fired.
What I have to say, honestly, from the past, from what I've seen with coaches and all of the shit going on, players deserve to have guaranteed contracts. If these coaches are getting fired and still getting paid $40+ million, like
Matt Rule getting $42 million,
and he's gonna go back and coach college and make a fuck ton. Like, dude,
I hope University of Nebraska would be dope.
Yeah. Good college coach, bad NFL coach.
It's hard. It's just different. It's completely different because you are dealing with grown men who have families to take care of.
Yeah.
Who have not even just egos that know that these contracts, like you said, these contracts are not guaranteed. You only have a limited amount of time in the league. The average NFL career is less than the actual rookie contract.
Yeah.
It's like 2-3 years.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, players are only going to buy into you as their coach if you can show them that you can help them win and produce.
Yeah. And produce consistently. Yeah.
Yes, especially that. Like, because a good portion of their contracts are also incentive-based, and a portion of their contracts also come up to how they play on tape.
Yeah.
Like, they can... Like, a lot of that stuff's going to help them during negotiations. So during this game, Dallas Cowboys, LA Rams, you want to talk about it?
I mean, I don't want to, but I will. I took the Rams hoping something would happen.
I took Dallas, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you did.
I took Dallas, and they stomped the fuck out of them defensively.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. I mean, not surprising. Cooper Kupp got our only touchdown. The Cowboys defense is really, really good. and
They have a
they're
bunch of pass rushers.
and again, the Cooper Rush similar to the Geno thing. Cooper Rush is not as talented as Geno, but he distributes the ball with relative efficiency and does not make turnover worthy plays. He doesn't do a lot of the like fucking around. Yeah, I think it's just efficiency, really. Matt Stafford is, I believe he was sacked. Over the course of the last 3 games, I believe he was sacked 19 times, is something like that. Which is
This offensive line is
horrible.
playing terrible.
Yeah. So I don't want to place all of the blame on him, but obviously
Matthew
that's
Stafford
horrible.
is not an elite quarterback.
No, definitely not.
So Matthew Stafford needs blocking.
He has a
needs an
great
offensive
arm.
line.
And yeah, I mean, the only like potential positive that you could say from this game, Allen Robinson got some targets for the first time.
Yeah, he still just runs sprints. He's just getting cardio in.
Yeah, somebody said that he wore white sleeves to get more attention in this game. I said, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Awful. Okay, so another good game. Sunday Night Football. Bengals Ravens. 17-19. So
I know. I took the Ravens. Did you take the Ravens too?
I think
Yeah,
I did.
yeah, you did, because we both agreed they wouldn't lose 3 at home games. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So Hayden Hurst had a touchdown here.
Yep.
So something that's really annoying to see in this game. Jamar Chase is used in such a vanilla way in this offense.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I saw like a display graph of like efficiency of different utilities of Jamar Chase and like where he actually gets the most value out of his play, like the average yards per play, where he averages the most.
Never line up him. Line him up or use him. They never use him in motion.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep.
Unless you try to use him as like some kind of like fake gadget play. They never use him in motion that you run a pattern off of it.
Yeah. I started T. Higgins because I thought maybe I could get any value, and he scored exactly 0 points, so I cried.
Trust.
Yeah.
Knocked out early.
Yeah.
Good night,
Irene. Very sad.
Yes.
I'm very happy the Ravens got a win. Lamar had a few unfortunate quarters in there, really, is what I would say. He wasn't as efficient.
Bad passes.
Yeah, he wasn't as efficient of a passer. The Bengals managed to take away his passing game and forced him to run, which fortunately he does that very well.
And they were able to hold on and win the game. Last second, Justin Tucker field goal.
Yeah. If there's any kicker you could ever safely bet on.
Best kicker to ever play.
Yeah.
So Raiders Chiefs, your Chiefs.
Yeah.
Raiders came out on a lead on you guys.
So 2 things. One, I said right before this game, I said Travis Kelce always shreds the fucking Raiders, so I'm not worried about it. We were down
so funny.
17-0. My mom called me. She said, "It's not looking too good for your Chiefs, huh?" I said, "Mom, I promise you, there's not an ounce of worry in my heart." I said, "I have seen Pat come back from so many things." I said, "We don't lose to the fucking Raiders." I know it's unfortunate. I know it's so unfortunate. Darren Waller injured early on. I understand that.
Yeah.
But, dude, Travis Kelce at 25 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's so funny. That's so funny.
No, it's funny if you think about the catches, too. 7 catches, 25 yards. Man was averaging 3 yards a fucking target.
Yeah. Averaging like 6.25 yards a touchdown.
Not even that. Something like that, but man, it's just bad.
Yeah.
It's funny. Devonte Adams popped off. 3 catches, 124 yards, 2 TDs. Cameraman shoved, put up all the stats.
Yeah, I was going to say $250K fine, $250K settlement, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Okay. He should have never put his hands on that photographer.
No. So the angle that I saw from the crowd made it look like the cameraman run in front of him. So I was kind of like, oh, well, I mean, like, I understand if they, like, bumped into each other. And then I saw the video on Twitter, the angle where, like, the kid was, like, making an effort to run around him. And Devontae just, like, shoved him down, and I was like, oh, that's not okay.
It's not okay. And like he's getting charged with misdemeanor assault. He has the
But
court date
yeah,
on the 10th of
and
November.
the other thing is,
He
it's
got
like a
doxxed.
regional. Yeah, oh, that was the other thing, but it was like
Oh,
a regional misdemeanor, so it's not even
so
like a state or federal like case or charge. It's like to that county, I believe, is what the specific charge is. Um, yeah, so it's obviously been very minimalized and downplayed. Obviously, we don't think the guy was hurt that badly. I mean, you never
yeah.
know. Sometimes freak things happen, but like, it's probably just a guy who saw his opportunity to get his bag when a player acted very inappropriately. And I mean,
I
good for
mean,
you, bro. Get your fucking bag.
I'm gonna say this. I get it. There's a lot of emotion at the end of the game.
Yeah,
You're upset and you're frustrated. You guys lost.
but you can't do that.
There's no excuse for anyone to lash out and physically take their
Assault.
anger out on
Yeah,
someone else.
exactly.
Anyone.
Yeah,
Anyone.
yeah.
Okay.
That shit was ass.
So now
That
that
was
we
week
have
5.
week 5
Yeah.
in the rearview mirror, time for our picks for week 6.
Boop-a-doo-doo.
Do-do-do-do. Picks for week 6, and it sounds like my black cat is calling me. Come in here, black cat. Come in here.
We have another unfortunate Thursday night football game this week. It feels like Amazon only really got one good one, and that was the Chiefs-Chargers game. But man, Commanders-Bears, the type of football everybody wants to watch.
Okay. It's really funny if you do the math on this. I did the math on this the other day because I think it's absolutely hilarious. So Amazon paid $1 billion
Yep.
to be able to show all these games.
Yep.
So there's 15 games. They paid 66. Say it's like $66 million, a little bit more like north of that. It's actually like 67 mil to play each one of these games.
That's depressing.
It's very depressing.
Well, when they saw the Thursday night football schedule, they must have been like, "Can we get a refund? Because this shit is ass." Either that, or they thought that Chiefs Chargers would pay it off alone. But yeah, Commanders Bears. This is two incredibly poor offenses, two mediocre defenses. I don't know. Statistically, it looks like you should take the Commanders, but I don't want to bet on the Commanders. Um,
Give me Chicago at home.
yeah, that I was thinking
Give
the
me.
same thing. Give me the Bears.
I think Justin Fields is honestly the better quarterback in this game. I think he can do more with less compared to the Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna end up pulling out this game.
I wouldn't
I
bet
think it's gonna be a
spreads.
low scoring game. I
Yeah,
don't think it's gonna be no touchdowns. I think
no,
I think they're gonna get in the end zone. I don't think it's gonna hit the over of
no,
38,
no. I
but
think
I'm also gonna stay away from it at
yeah,
the same time.
I feel the same way. Any of the like weird games, any of the games that are in London or any of the games that are
Mhm.
outside of 1 p.m. I don't typically like betting on unless it's a quarterback that's very, very good in prime time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm
I don't
also
know. I
taking the
kind of like
Bears.
the island games a little bit.
You like the what?
I like the island games,
Oh,
the ones that are
gotcha.
kind of weird.
I mean, yeah, I like them too, but I don't bet on them.
Oh, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Well, that's where I lost a
um,
lot of my money.
49ers Falcons. So this one's fun.
Yeah. Um, I still think the Niners win. I would bet the Falcons to cover the spread. I don't know if Kyle Pitts is playing or not. I'm gonna bet the 49ers.
He practices. He practiced today.
I'm still going with the Niners.
I'm also going 49ers. I do think the Falcons cover the spread. I would take the under on this game. It's currently 44 and a half.
Hmm.
So I would take the under on it.
That's probably fair. I'm gonna avoid it at all costs. Avoid it like the plague. But it's
Avoid it
fine.
like the plague. Okay.
Take the spread.
Patriots
That's it.
Browns.
I've given this game some thought.
I'm getting the Browns.
Yeah, I
No. Give me the Patriots.
I
Patriots in an
I
upset.
was gonna take the Patriots.
I think their run game is going to be able to push them forward in this,
Yes.
and I don't think the Browns offense is going to be able to score.
Completely agree. I think Ramondre Stevenson, like I said, I think he had his breakout last week. I really hope he continues to progress. I think he'll be like 18 points at least in fantasy PPR. I think this will be a good game for him. I think again it'll be a lower scoring game. The Patriots have been pretty decent at shutting down receivers, but you never know. So I mean, I'm gonna take the Patriots in a low scoring game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet over 44 points for this game. I don't know what the spread is. I don't know what the over under is, but I would guess probably 41 to 44 would be my range.
It's 43.
Oh, well, hey, fuck it. There we go. I would say 41. I would take the under. Yeah.
Okay. Jets Packers. Green Bay.
So,
Packers.
give me the Packers, but give me the Jets. Whatever the spread is, they cover it.
7.5.
Yeah, they cover it. They cover.
You know what? I don't think they do. I think their offense isn't going to be able to move the ball.
I'm taking them cover.
Do you think we're going to cover the spread in this game?
I don't think so. I don't believe it.
It's okay.
But I agree. Packers.
You want to put a little side bet on it?
Yeah, we can put 5 on it. I got you.
There we go. All right, Jaguars Colts.
Wait, that was on the spread, not the outcome of the game, correct?
Yes, the spread.
Okay, just making sure.
The spread is 7.5.
Jaguars Colts. Yeah, I'll take the Jags. I think they'll kind of have a bounce back week. Yeah, the Colts offense just is not good.
Yes, this is meaning the Jags will sweep the Colts.
I hope so.
It has been a long time. I don't know if they've ever done this actually. So
probably not. It always been pretty shit, but yeah, I don't really have much to say. I don't know if Jonathan Taylor is going to be in, but I don't really think it would make a difference either way. It would probably just close the spread a little bit.
Yeah. Well, right now the Colts are favored in the game 1.5 points.
1.5. Okay. Well, I mean, it would just further the spread then. Wow, that's surprising. Well, whatever. It's fine.
It's in Indy.
Oh, okay. Well, it makes a little bit more sense.
Vikings Dolphins. Vikings are favored by 3.5 right now.
Give me the Vikings. I don't have a question about that. No. I heard Tua is back at practice and they like want him to play this week, but like
there's no chance he's playing this week. It's Skyler Thompson.
Let me check because I got a report earlier saying that he is practicing.
Tua's practicing, but they've already said Skyler Thompson's starting.
Okay, well, honestly, good. I don't want Tua to play, even though I own him in fantasy. I care for his health too much. As someone who's had multiple concussions myself, I don't want to see him playing for the rest of the year. But yeah, give me the Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson has a good game. I don't think he goes fucking crazy and drops like a 40-point PPR performance, but I think he'll be solid like 22, 28. I think he'll find the end zone at least once. Probably have 10 receptions.
I just don't think the Dolphins are able to move the ball enough to be able to keep up.
And then, yeah, Dalvin Cook will just control the clock after, and Alexander Madison.
Bengals Saints.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
You're taking New Orleans? Damn, that was going to be one of my upsets.
In New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
In New Orleans. I'm taking Cincinnati.
Give me the Saints.
Taking Cincinnati. Joe Burrow coming back to Louisiana. He's gonna ball out.
Yeah, this one's just me being stubborn because I picked the Saints at the beginning of the year.
There's no chance I'm winning that division.
You know what? Give me the Saints to cover the spread. No, I don't think they're gonna win the division, but give me the Saints to cover the spread at the very least. What's the spread at?
1.5.
Oh, 1.5
Cincinnati.
Okay, never mind. Take the Bengals.
Taking the Bengals?
Yeah.
You flipped so fast on that.
Yeah.
Folded quick on them, my friend. Yes, Bengals. I'm taking Bengals.
I think Jameis comes back this week, but I don't care.
So this one's really fun.
What's up?
Baltimore, New York.
Yeah, I think the Giants have been really good, but give me the Ravens.
I think the Ravens also pull this one out just because I don't think the Giants have good enough linebackers to be able to beat Lamar.
Yeah.
I do think their defensive line is built to really do some damage against the Ravens.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. But I still trust the Ravens offense more than I trust the Giants offense. And
Yes. And Saquon Barkley's only gonna be able to do so much still.
yes, he can
And
only
if
play one
Daniel
position.
Jones, if he's still down a bunch of wide receivers and he needs to try to pull off some kind of magical performance.
And it's Daniel fucking Jones. I'd say no.
So the next game, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh.
I can't imagine what the spread is on this. This is probably something
It's,
disgusting.
it's -8 Tampa.
-8? I would have expected it to be a
Touchdown.
lot
It's
more.
more than a touchdown still.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, the Bucks, no question for me. The
Yeah, I'm taking
Steelers
the
have
Buck.
no offense.
Hey, Kenny Pickett still had 300 yards passing against the Bills. No points, but
Yeah, exactly.
he
There's
moved the
no.
ball a little bit.
I would take the Bucks spread on that. I really would. I know Tampa Bay's offense hasn't been as productive as
Mhm.
normal, but the Steelers, after losing one piece, completely fell apart.
Yeah. So we're both taking Tampa there.
Yes.
Now we're on to Panthers Rams. Rams are
Ah,
favored by 10 points.
give me the Rams, but give me the spread for the Panthers.
The Rams are just trying to get through their bye week so badly.
Yeah. I mean,
So
the Panthers' defense has been solid. They have a lot of speed, but
this is wild. I think the Panthers actually won this one.
oh no.
Okay, it's one of those things. I think the team's coming together. Head coach just got fired.
Yeah.
Interim head coach comes in. And team that's looking past them, trying to get their bye week. It's trap week.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers maybe kind of scare them a little bit and win this game.
Nah, we've agreed on all of the games
It's
so
behind
far.
their defense.
This
I'm gonna
is the
take
one. This is the one we
taking it.
defer
This is
on.
my upset. Panthers over Rams.
All right, I'm taking the Rams, but I don't know about that spread. 10 points. I don't
Points.
trust.
I'll take the Panthers with a 10-point spread in this game. I would.
Yeah.
I'll also say the difference between the 49ers defense and the Rams defense is a lot.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And the Panthers were still able to score 15 points.
Yes.
It's the
That's
49ers
why. That's why
defense.
I'm saying the spread. I think the Panthers cover, but I'm taking the Rams to win.
Right. Cardinals Seahawks. This is gonna be another one we're gonna disagree about because I already know where you're gonna go.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks can upset this week. That's my upset of the week. I know this is perhaps more bold of an upset, but Gino's been slinging it. This is.
Wait,
Oh
is
wait,
it really?
D Hop came back this week, doesn't he?
D Hop comes back next week.
Next week. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Then still give me the Seahawks.
This is not more of a bold upset. The Seahawks are only 2.5-point dogs. I took a 10-point dog on the road.
No, I mean what I've been taking, like the Jets and the Falcons and Browns and yeah.
I see what you mean now.
Yeah, for me,
Your
it's
picks.
a bigger upset than what I've been taking. I don't know. I think the Seahawks will be able to get it done. I think that DK Metcalf, we saw DK Metcalf and Buda Baker last time with Russ, but I think Gino is more accurate. Well, less prone to costly mistakes and errors. I think Gino's ball placement's better than Russ. I like how the Seahawks offense has been operating this year. I think Kenneth Walker is really going to be able to step up into this offense and make a difference this week. I don't know. Yeah, and then Tariq Woolen's been playing well. The Seahawks defense has been playing surprisingly better than I thought, even though they've allowed a bunch of points this year. I think this is going to be one of those games that it's like they're going to kind of shock the world.
I don't. And I think shock the world is kind of pushing it for another team. The team they're playing is also 2-3.
Yeah, but the Cardinals have Kyler, and that's the thing.
And that's what I think is going to push them in this game.
Yeah.
Because Kyler is playing against this is the worst defense that Kyler is going to play against this year.
Yes. They have some pieces that are playing very well.
Yeah, but as a whole,
But as
they're
a whole,
not.
no. I agree
I
with
think
that.
Kyler's going to tear them apart.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals are going to hold on to the spread, and I really think they're going to run them out.
I'm not taking any bets with you on this one, but this is my.
I'm taking the Cardinals here.
I'm taking the Seahawks. Fuck it.
I, Cardinals, Seahawks. Right. So, Bills, Chiefs.
This one is near and dear to my heart because this is a quarterback duel that everyone wants to see. Um, it's at Arrowhead. Um, so I kind of have like a weird math system with how I grade Chiefs scoring. At home, I give them a +3. Without Butker, I give them a -3. They're getting McDuffie back, which I think helps their case defensively. I hope he'll be He's been practicing this week. Um, I'm going to
So
take the Chiefs for this game. I think
Buffalo's favored right now.
yeah.
Gonna have points this game.
I think it's going to be a very close game. I think we win by 2-3 points. But I do think this is going to be a shootout. We don't really have anyone to fully contest Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. And he's been really, really good at when Diggs has been taken away, getting that ball to the other receivers who have been very good themselves. I think this is going to be the most fun game of the week, especially if you love shootouts. I think it's ultimately going to come down to which defense can get one more turnover. And right now I'm trusting the Chiefs to do that more than I trust the Bills. I don't think the Bills' defense is bad, but they are hurt. Just give me the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Wow,
Take the favorites
okay.
this year.
I know last time we talked you were thinking Chiefs, but
No, I was thinking the Chiefs the last time, but the more and more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I'm thinking this is the season, in the regular season, Buffalo's gonna exercise their demons.
maybe.
It already blew out Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna blow you guys out.
No question. It's going to be within a touchdown.
I think they're gonna beat you guys by a touchdown. I think it's gonna be a 7-point win by Buffalo.
All right. I'll let you think that. It's not true, but I'll let you think that.
I just think, but even with the injuries, Buffalo's defense is still very good.
I agree.
And
they're very well coached.
They are very well coached. And for Kansas City to win this game, Patrick Mahomes needs to play perfectly.
I agree. Well, not perfectly, but he needs to score
I think,
at least 4 touchdowns, probably 5.
Yeah, because
Josh Allen coming to town is about to drop 4 or 5.
He's gonna drop.
Yeah.
And your guys' defense isn't gonna be able to stop.
No. We might be able to get a turnover, maybe 2, but it's not going to be one of those games where you have a pocket passer on the other side that just sits there and you can be like, oh, I'm going to go get a strip sack. I got the fumble. Yeah.
And Frank Clark is questionable for the game too. But
oh, that sucks. I hope he'll be back.
I mean, he hasn't played well this season anyway.
I mean, still, any amount of depth helps.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm taking Buffalo. You're taking Kansas City. Yep. Then we're on to primetime Cowboys Eagles.
Yeah, this is going to be a really fucking fun game. So I think the Cowboys defense is playing better than the Eagles defense, but the Eagles offense is playing better than the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys have been in kind of a spot where they're like, again, this is going back to Cooper Rush not making big mistake-worthy plays. Darius Slay has had magnets for hands when it comes to interceptions this year. Diggs has been playing pretty well too. Trayvon Diggs has gotten interceptions, not been getting cooked this year. I think the big factor in this game for me is it's going to be a question of strengths, and I think that the Cowboys are not going to hold the Eagles to less than 17 points. And that seems to be the really magic number. The Cowboys can win by scoring less than 20 points. But if you're asking Cooper Rush to throw to catch up or throw big bombs downfield, that's not going to happen. Give me the Eagles. Damn it. 6-0.
Yeah, give me the Eagles too. I think Eagles are going to win this game. And I don't know. I want to feel like Dallas is going to be hanging this game. This is the best offensive line their defense can be going up against, and I
Yes.
don't think it's going to be as easy as it's been against LA,
No.
like it was
No.
against
No.
LA this
No.
past
No.
week.
No.
So I'm taking Philly in this game. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a good game,
Yeah.
and
I have the spread at about 5.5, 6. Eagles winning. I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be less than a touchdown, but it could be 2 field goals.
Monday night Chargers Broncos, because of course Mr. Unlimited is back in prime time.
Um, in division games are always weird. Chargers are banged up, but still give me the Chargers. I just don't think the Broncos can generate any level of offense that can keep up.
Over under is 45.5, and I'm taking the
You're
under. Give me the
joking.
Chargers.
That's terrible. Yeah, give me the Chargers. I wouldn't take any over under. Again, I don't like betting on Thursday, Monday, or 9 a.m. games for us, but yeah, I give me the Chargers.
All right. Well, that's our picks, everybody.
That's our reviews, our picks. Be sure you go and check out their episode. Leave a like, subscribe, click that bell, turn on the notifications. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we've helped you at all in your fantasy leagues. Let us know if you agree, disagree with our takes. Want to tell me to go fuck myself? If you have anything to say to us, let us know in the comments, guys.
All right.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
All right. Peace out.